Here's the easiest way to sew these tops that have been all over TikTok. First, cut off any hems along the arm and neck holes. Then use an overlocking stitch to sew around all of the raw edges. This is the result, and you could just stop here, but I'm going to keep going for the sake of the video. To create the line details, pick where you want your line to be and create a fold along the line. Then sew along this folded edge with an overlocking stitch, and that's all it takes. This is my final result.
Time to transform this boring jumper. I wanted something new with a cool texture, and I saw that my oranges had this weird casing around it, and I thought it would be perfect. I wanted to do a line drawing of someone's face. This took me actually so long just to figure out an okay face. I had to hot glue it because it was really hard to stitch individually. The netting kept getting caught in the freaking sewing machine. It was such a pain. And then I forgot that I hot glued it, and the needle hit the hot glue. It was rock hard and it bent my needle, which was annoying. So now I've decided to dye the other half bright red. So I got this dye off Amazon, and look how satisfying that pour is. Oh my god. I left it in there for ages and I kept stirring it. I did everything the instructions told me. It still dyed my hand even though I wore gloves, and look, it's patchy. I'm kind of upset, but it was sort of a look, it was a consistently patchy, that it looked like it was on purpose. Here's the end result. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, I absolutely love it. I feel like
I have this really old dress that's kind of really ugly, but I actually really like the pattern. I just think the fit is very unflattering, so I'm turning it into a matching set. So I cut off the top and folded in a little bit to hem along the bottom. It's really messy, but it's not gonna be seen, so it's fine. And then that's gonna be the skirt part, so I hemmed that bottom and then just took in the sides a little bit so it fit me better. And then now I'm fitting the skirt. I want that bold navy stripe to be over my one leg, and then I'm just cutting off the rest. So I put that back together and fed elastic through a little channel on the waistband, and now I'm taking a strip of extra fabric and putting it over that navy part on the inside and making 3 long stitches all the way down so it makes 2 channels like that. Then you take more of the extra and make a long string, and you're gonna feed it through those channels, through the bottom, around, and then back through the bottom like that, and then you just can ruche it, and it looks so much better like this.
Okay, you guys, so today I'm going to teach you how to turn a hoodie into a 2-piece set with pockets. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get a thrifted hoodie. I got this one from Southern Thrift Market, and it has Harvard University on it. Next, you want to go ahead and make a little slit right in the middle so there's enough space to crop it and still have piece for your shorts. I use this little pizza cutter thing, and yeah. Okay, so now that I have it cut, I'm going to take a pair of my favorite shorts, fold them in half, grab any pair of shorts that fits you really well, and you're gonna cut the outline of it onto the bottom half. Now, before I cut, this step is very important. You're gonna want to fold the bottom half to where the pocket ends up on the side, so I'll show you. This will ensure that when you sew up the pants that the pocket will be in the front. Now I'm gonna go ahead and cut it out. What you do to one side, you do to the other. You're now going to flip this inside out, sew up the edges along the side, and then add elastic to the bottom and to the top, and I'll show you the steps to that. One thing I forgot to mention is that you want to cut these little slits on the end because that's going to be your crotch area. So all of this should now be sewn up. Now you're going to combine it with this side. It should now look like this, and this will be the crotch of your shorts, and you will sew that together. Now for the fun part, which is adding elastic, you're going to just fold this part over, sew all around. Going to leave a little space open, and then add a safety pin to some elastic and feed it through the hole, and repeat those steps for the top. Now you're going to sew the 2 ends of the elastic. So I just finished the top and the bottom. Let's see how this turned out. I literally love it, you guys. Okay, my loves, today I'm going to teach you how to make these simple and easy Adidas shorts. First, start off with any pair of Adidas joggers or sweatpants that you can find, and then you're going to go ahead and fold it in half. I measured my shorts about 15 inches from top to bottom, but only because I knew that I was going to fold them and create a hem. You can now toss the scrap material to the side and you'll see your shorts. Now if you like it this way, you definitely can leave it, but I decided to hem the bottom half with a straight stitch. And this was the outcome, so super simple. Hope you guys try it. Let me know what you think.
Okay, so there's this one tank top DIY that I've seen literally a million times on the internet, and I want to try it on this old t-shirt. So first there's me trying to figure out what size my titties are, but I still fucked it up so bad. But those are the pieces you're going to cut out of your t-shirt, and then you want to cut the bottom piece that it fits around your torso. And then these are the pieces you need. You do need to cut a piece for the straps, so I made 2 straps, but they were fucking so ugly. So I remade them with these fabric from these old leggings, and then you want to feed the straps through the titty pieces like that, and then pin all the way around and sew, but leave a little space to turn it inside out, and you turn it inside out and you sew, and it looks so cute like that. And then you want to add those pieces to the side to feed the straps through, and then you want to take just one side of the torso piece, sew it to the titty piece, and then you're done. It looks like that. It's really cute, and I love the straps, and yeah, it came out good. Okay, so I have this sweater that kind of has potential but is pretty ugly, but then I have this tank top that I got inspo from, so I decided to make straps out of these little logo sleeves right there. Then I used a tank top to trace out a little template like that, then leaving room for seam allowance, I cut half of it and mirrored it over so that it would be symmetrical. And then there's that with the sides sewed, and then I flipped it inside out, and now I have to do the hemming on the top. Now it's time to do the straps. I measured about 13.5 inches and cut them out. And then I marked where the straps would go and did the same thing. I mirrored it over to make sure it's symmetrical on both sides. And then I pinned those bad boys in place, and then I sewed them. There's a tanky, it looks cute, but you can tell the stitching is really janky there. And then, yeah, I put that Tommy thing on, but then, oops, I actually fucked up. So now it says Hilfiger, but it's pretty cute, and you can't tell the stitching's fucked up if you look far away, so.
Today I'm going to teach you guys how to make these cute, simple bandeau tops. So first you want to take any shirt. I got this Vans one from the thrift store for $1.99. I'm going to now measure 11 inches and then cut across. Next, you're going to cut straight down on both sides where the sleeves are. After you cut the sleeves, you're now going to cut off the collar. You should now be left with the silhouette of your tube top. Flip the material inside out and sew along the sides. After you sew the 2 sides, take the seam allowance and fold a flap on the bottom and the top. You always want to leave an opening to add your elastic. Use a safety pin to feed the elastic through the top and the bottom. And this was the finished top. Also made some cute shorts to go along with it.
So y'all wanna know who I think is so slept on? TikTok artists. I'll be scrolling through my For You page and come across somebody making an absolute masterpiece. But then I'll also see that video didn't get nearly as enough love as the next one of the shirtless boy doing nothing. I don't want to see that shit. I like to see things that exemplify talent and skill.
Okay, so today I'm going to show you a cool way I like to make my crop crew necks. First, get any hoodie crew neck that you like and kind of figure out where you want it to be cropped at, and then go ahead and snip it off. You're going to have a little bit of an excess piece, so I like to cut 2 individual strips, so it's going to look like this. Afterwards, I cut one end on each strip. So here it is right here. And then you're going to bring the 2 pieces together and sew it right across that line. After you finish connecting the pieces, you should have one long strip of fabric. You're going to flip it hot dog style and then do a straight stitch all along the edges. When you're finally done with that, use a safety pin to flip it right side out, and you should have this piece. So set that to the side. Now we're going to go back to our crew neck and kind of fold over the edges and sew all the way around. Don't leave any opening space. Next, I cut 2 holes in the front, and I use the safety pin to feed the strap all the way throughout. I love making and selling these, so let me know what you guys think.